Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to Teleislas News, the most important news of the day. The Caribe vessel sailed from Cartagena with more than 150 tons of humanitarian aids, including 2 demonstration houses and other aid for the sister island of Providence and Santa Catalina.
The Caribe sailed from the city of Cartagena as part of Operation Renacer, which supports the sister islands of Providence and Santa Catalina. It transported 157 tons of humanitarian aid, including 2 demonstration houses that were previously arranged with the races of the archipelago.
En esta carga especialmente,
In this cargo especially, I think it is good news that we will be transporting 2 houses that will be the demonstration houses that were agreed with the community. We are transporting these houses to Findeter, and the intention is that they can arrive to Old Providence this Saturday and thus begin with the construction of these houses so that the community can get to see them and give the final approval of these houses. We also bring vehicles for some entities that are in the island of Old Providence.
On the other hand, the commander announced that the ship will also be used to evacuate machinery that is no longer being used in humanitarian work.
También la intención es que cuando el buque retorne nuevamente al continente.
Also, the intention is that when this ship returns to the mainland, the idea is that it will evacuate things that are no longer being used, such as heavy-duty machinery, like some trucks that were contracted and that finished the mission for which they were hired.
In our department, different entities have come together to clean the beaches. This after detecting which ones were the most affected by Hurricane Iota.
Hello, Lisa, and all the TV viewers who they connect right as we know in a Teleislas News. I say hello from here, from the south of the island, specifically in the sector of Ginnie, because this morning different corporations like the Environment Ministry, Coralina, and the Fundación Más Bosques organize a beach cleaning that benefit all the community of this sector of our island. This is what the coordinator of this initiative told us.
En esta actividad participan
community beneficiaries participated in this activity together with some technicians who, without them and their coordination, these activities would not be carried out. In conjunction with members of the Raisa community of the archipelago, the objective is to systematically review the neighborhoods that were affected by the hurricane, conducting cleanings and collecting waste, either special, domestic, and so to properly dispose of them in the garbage. Additionally, alliances are made with Transbuster and recycling entities to be able to make use of these resources. The importance is to contribute not only with the cleaning of the waste, but also with the control of species, invasive plants, and grasses that are after a type of natural disasters event by hurricanes are the ones that colonize the terrain.
It is important to tell all the community that this environment cleaning, that these beach cleanings will go until July of this year. This is all the information we report from here, from the south of the island. Continue, Lisa, in the studio.
Thank you, Alice. And the National Police in the department continues to work in its fight against the drug trafficking. The effectiveness of people controls allow the capture of 2 women for trafficking, manufacture, or carrying of narcotics, and the seizure of cocaine, hydrochloride, and of marijuana at the departmental dock.
With the purpose of making the community see the effectiveness of the police controls, Chota Community, the institution, announced the seizure of 25.5 kilograms of cocaine and 55.55 kilograms of marijuana. According to the National Police, the substance was cleverly camouflaged in an energy transformer and transported in a cargo flight coming from the city of Bogota under the modality of parcel, being inspected in size 24 rectangular package with similar characteristics to cocaine, as well as 16 rectangular package as a vegetal substance of green color and other with similar characteristics as marijuana. 2 women of 19 and 21 years of age, both from the city of Bogota, were also captured in flagrante delicto. They were trying to enter the island with 2,579 grams of cocaine, 2,691 grams of marijuana, and 50 grams of synthetic drug Tusi. The capture of these 2 citizens occurred during the arrival of a flight coming from the city of Bogota to the archipelago. At the time of being required to make the proper search of the passengers and luggage, the drugs were found inside their suitcase. The 2 women that were captured and the drugs that were seized were placed at the disposal of the Attorney General's office, where in the next hours they will be presented before a judge for legalization of their capture and imputation of charges.
And in other news, the Institute of Hydrology, Meteorology and Environmental Studies announced in a report that the rainy season will begin in April in the department.
The DEAM begins its communique announcing the behavior of rainfall in January of this year, in which it was evident that in several departments of the Caribbean region there was a rainfall between 0 to 5 millimeters, values that are within the climatology of the month for the region, and also stated that the deficit of rainfall during the month was located in the central and northern sectors of the Caribbean region. For the month of March, precipitation volumes close to the normal climatological reference are expected in the department. For April, precipitation volume will increase in 10 and 20%, while for May, precipitation volumes close to the normal reference are expected. The DEAM also calls on the community to pay special attention to fires and vegetation cover, as we are prone to suffer these accidents due to the accumulation of biomass, such as leaves, branches, and trucks of vegetation as a consequence of Hurricane Iota and Eta. Teleislas News will be attentive to the development of the weather conditions in the department, taking into account our special location and the consequences generated by natural phenomenon in the past months.
And we continue with more information. The Ministry of Culture and the United Nations Development Program signed an agreement to promote orange entrepreneurship in 20 municipalities in this country, among which is the archipelago of San Andres. This alliance seeks to support the socioeconomic reactivation of 300 small and medium entrepreneurs affected by the pandemic of COVID-19. The beneficiaries of this agreement will receive support from the entities, and this news we will expand it on our central broadcast tonight. And now let's go to know other facts that are making news in our flash section of today.
The Group of Protection and Special Services of the National Police carries out in the department prevention activities in the Guinea neighborhood against forced recruitment and sexual exploitation of children and adolescents, ensuring comprehensive protection and publicizing the lines of attention 141 of the Colombian Institute of Family Welfare and the line 123 for the attention of cases with minors of the police. The PRASS strategy continues to be implemented in the department, where Sanitas and Nueva EPS are working together in the detection of the COVID-19 virus. During today, the detection test will be carried out in the sector of Flores Hill, where officials will do house-to-house visit to perform the test. Taking into account that the dry season has been occurring strongly in the department, the Carolina Environmental Corporation initiated an awareness campaign to prevent the burning of plant material or bonfires on the island. With this strategy, the idea is to avoid an act of carelessness that can generate emergencies.
And now we continue with the weather forecast. The weather forecast for today, 3rd of March. In the coastal area of archipelago, the sky is partly cloudy. Temperature is 29 degrees Celsius with winds from the northeast direction with intensities of 21 km per hour. Humidity forecast is 60% and probability of precipitation is 3%.